Hello gamers, today we present to you the top 5 fighting games released on mobile. Before watching the video, put a like and subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the video. Final Fighter, an online game with a size of 2 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Final Fighter is a 2D fighting game similar to Street Fighter and Tekken, where you can fight against opponents controlled by the AI, in story mode as well as other players online. Gameplay in Final Fighter is very similar to other games in this genre. On the left side of the screen, you'll have buttons for moving, jumping and ducking, while on the right, you'll have buttons for attacks. By combining certain hits and moves, you can come up with some pretty spectacular combinations. In story mode, you can unlock new characters and scenarios as you advance, but that's not the only mode. You can also play in battle mode, where you select 3 characters and fight against others online. Final Fighter is a brutal fighting game with amazing graphics for mobile, well-designed gameplay, and a great selection of characters. The game also includes various game modes and has much more depth than you might expect.
악마는 킹! KO! 악마는
Metal Revolution, an online game with a size of 1.5 GB, available on Android and iPhone. Metal Revolution is an action game that challenges you to enter a bunch of different settings and live exciting combats against multiple futuristic characters. Each of these fighters includes different features and attacks that let you knock out each and every single one of your enemies. Without a doubt, the visuals developed for Metal Revolution deceive you at first glance. You can check out the different game modes that you can use before entering each combat. The most interesting one is the multiplayer mode, where you get to face players from all over the world in real time. Another key aspect of Metal Revolution is that you can unlock new characters and settings, to entice you to keep on advancing to different levels. You can slowly start to invest your rewards in acquiring stronger fighters that can help you defeat any opponent, no matter how challenging that might be. Metal Revolution keeps you entertained while you enter this futuristic environment inspired by cyberpunk aesthetics. The great versatility of the fighters and the variety of game modes available will help you dive into action-packed fights and impressive 3D attacks.
Shadows fell.
Shadow Fight Arena, an online game with a size of 300 MB, available on Android and iPhone. Shadow Fight Arena is a 2D fighting game that's set in the Shadow Fight universe. Here, you get the chance to go head-to-head against other players online in exhilarating PvP duels. Each player controls a group of 3 warriors, which you can level up and improve as you go. With the virtual D-pad on the left side of the screen, you can control your character's movements, while using the buttons on the right for making attacks. As in any good fighting game, you have the ability to create spectacular combos by combining different directions and types of hits. Just like what happens in the previous titles from the saga, in Shadow Fight Arena you can use dozens of weapons and different types of armor, which you can unlock by winning combats. You'll find swords, spears, sticks and tons of other weapons for using in hand-to-hand combat. Plus you can choose from dozens of special skills and talents for creating devastating combo attacks. Shadow Fight Arena is a fighting game with absolutely spectacular graphics and impressive character animations. It's a title that's full of content, offering tons of characters, weapons, talents, and equipment to unlock. Real Boxing 2, an online game with a size of 850 MB, available on Android and iPhone. Create and customize your own pro boxer in the 3D boxing game Real Boxing 2. In this game, you'll follow your fighter as they make their way from humble beginnings to the top of the boxing world. Of course, the journey won't be easy, and you'll have to face many other boxers trying to knock you right out of the ring. Real Boxing 2 has intuitive controls that work very well on touchscreen devices. Just tap the screen to jab, and swipe up, down, or to the side to hit your opponent with an uppercut, body punch, or cross, respectively. On top of that, you can tap on the button to dodge and block hits, and even clinch, or grab your opponent when you're exhausted to get a second or two to regain your strength. In Real Boxing 2's story mode, you'll travel across the entire United States, fight each state's top boxers, and sometimes will even confront bosses. And these exceptional boxers won't be easy to beat. That being said, you'll meet your most challenging opponents in the game's PvP mode, where you can see how you measure up against other players from all over the world. On top of that, Real Boxing 2 has an official license from the Rocky series, so you'll be able to relive some of the movie's most legendary moments, while also writing your own story with your own underdog and epic fights. All on absolutely fantastic graphics.
You'd rather fight your friends than the real.
Injustice 2, an online game with a size of 2.1 gigabytes, available on Android and iPhone. Injustice 2 is the next installment in the saga of the uber-successful Injustice Gods Among Us series. Last time you faced off in 1 vs 1 combat in an alternative version of the DC universe in which Superman goes mad after the death of Lois Lane, and both heroes and villains had to join forces against the growing totalitarian regime being put in place. This time is no different. In fact, just like in earlier games within this series, the mobile version isn't just a traditional arcade combat game, but rather is a fully independent game from its desktop and console editions. Here, you'll face battles where you control your character and his/her abilities by way of touch gestures. As you level up within the story and beat enemies, you'll improve your abilities, plus, you'll get to unlock new fighters to put together melees of up to 3 characters. Throughout the main story, new games begin to intertwine. That way you'll get to participate in limited time only events that offer you exclusive new heroes and villains. Plus, you unlock new skins and variants of each of your favorite characters in the DC universe. Not to mention, Batman, Superman and Wonder Woman cameos and a few nods to more obscure secondary characters like Brainiac, Swamp Thing, and much more. Injustice 2 is a well-designed fighting game for mobile with remarkably high production values, full backing by both Warner and DC Comics. All in all, one of the top games based on the DC universe.
Poseidon's Wrath.